JSimLady here. I received early access to The Sims 4 businesses and hobbies, and I wanted to do a quick speed build for you. Thank you to the EA Creator Network for the free game code. So jumping right in, I'm just playing around in the menu. This was actually an in real time video that I was recording, but I messed it all up and I was really having a hard time recording yesterday. So I scrapped my original ideas and I thought, let's just do this as a speed build. I'll get the business all set up and everything, but I'll do it mainly as a speed build for this first video. And then the next video, when maybe I've taken some medication and I've felt better, because I am not feeling well this week all of a sudden. But anyways, something when I was a little more capable of coherent thoughts, I would actually play the pack. I think some of the problem was that as I was doing the other videos that I tried to record, I was having a hard time expressing myself and sort of getting my thoughts and feelings across coherently. And so I kind of just wanted to play for a while and then try to reorganize my thoughts and feelings about it. None of my feelings are bad. I have mixed feelings about some of the things. I have tried out a few things so far and I have mixed feelings about those, but I also have like ideas on how to make my feelings less mixed. I'll explain that in future videos. Most of it has to do with the way businesses run, and or cross-pack compatibility, which I guess those two things are basically the entirety of this pack, aren't they? Well, to be more specific, I did test out retail and get to work versus retail here, and I tested out how having, say, a cafe and a gym on the same lot works. I will tell you, be very careful. I had heard about this glitch ages ago where if you try to place a residential lot on a, say, high school lot or some other kind of special designated lot like that. I can't think of the other ones offhand, but I know the high school is one for sure. It will allow you to place it and it will look like it has changed to residential, and it will even allow you to move a sim in and live there. But as soon as you get there, you're locked out of built by mode and other stuff starts glitching and your save file basically becomes corrupted. So definitely don't do that. But the thing I didn't realize was that could literally happen on any community lot, not just the special community lots. And when I went to replace the movers and shakers gym in a fresh save file with the one that I made as a speed build last week, I think it was, it did that and I was able to move in, but it was just a regular gym community lot, like base game gym community lot. The lot got corrupted, the file got corrupted, everything was a mess. I ended up having to delete the whole save file and start my video again. That was one of the things that went wrong. So be very careful placing a residential lot over a community lot of any kind. I stupidly thought it only affected special lots. It does not. So if you didn't know that, now you do. Anyways, on to this particular build and my next video idea. I always build on this lot wrong. I always build it facing the wrong way. It's fine in this case because we're building a business next to the house and the business faces the other road. So, like, that's the front of the lot, and we'll just pretend that I did it that way on purpose. But it's so annoying that I feel like the front of this lot should be that main road, and instead it's the side road, and it's so annoying that I keep doing that. But, anyways, I built her house and I did a lot of the outside stuff first. And then I built the the pet daycare, I guess. I don't know what else to call it. Basically, yeah, it's a daycare for cats and dogs. I realized that I wanted a bigger backyard, especially if I was going to have Sims bring bigger dogs here. And I wanted them to have lots of space to run around. So I do eventually move the whole lot more towards the edge. And of course, I learned the hard way that always do terrain paint last because once I moved it, I had to redo all the terrain, well, most of the terrain paint that I had already done. Some of it moved properly, a lot of it did not. So, let that also be a warning to you that if you're going to move a lot after placing terrain paint, you're probably going to mess up your terrain paint. So I decided to do the house as just your basic one-story ranch style house. The same kind of house I more or less always build, but even more basic. And then a sort of modern-esque kind of nondescript warehouse turned business building. I don't know what else to call it for the pet shop area. Not pet shop, because you can't buy them, but daycare, the pet daycare. That's what I was trying to say. Oh, before I forget, this is also a limited pack build as well. So it's just solely using base game, cats and dogs, and the new businesses and hobbies pack. When I go back in later to play with Grace myself, I will add in other packs for my own playthrough, but for everyone else's purposes, I kept it as a limited pack build. I thought that would allow for the greatest number of people to be able to use it. It was to have it a limited pack build because I do plan on putting it on the gallery. I haven't yet at the time of recording this. I was kind of in a rush. Like I said, I had to scrap all my other video ideas because I could not get a coherent thought out. And so I was doing this literally at the last minute. So yeah. Here I finally moved the lot and I guess it didn't mess up. I forgot I did that. Okay, never mind. The terrain paint moved with it like it was supposed to. I deleted some of the tiles and moved the tree. That's why the terrain paint was different. Okay, that one was on me, not on the game. I'm glad though that one was on me and not on the game because it just means that it's not yet another glitch in the game. It was just something I messed up. That's good. That's good to know too. I can't believe I forgot all about that, but also yes, I can. Because I have like sinus pressure and stuff. I think I'm coming down with something. And the rotten thing is, everything smells weird. So I'm thinking potentially I have COVID again, which is really gonna suck. This is a bad time to get this again. Although the last time I got it, it didn't affect me as terribly as the first time I got it. So here's to hoping that if I keep getting it, it's less and less each time. Although that's not necessarily a good thing either. If you've made it this far into the video, I'll give you a little preview at one of the other videos I'm working on. I did test out the cross-compatibility kind of mixed use, but also a sort of comparison versus type of thing with Get to Work, the retail system from this pack and the retail system from Get to Work. And spoiler, two things came to mind. One thing I observed and one thing came to mind after playing. So the first thing was that mannequins will not work on small business lots. It looks like they should work. It looks like the outfits are being marked as for sale, but customers will completely ignore it, and the only one that will be able to purchase from the mannequin is your own household. So there's that. Now you know that if you have Get to Work mannequins, you will not be able to have a clothing store using the mannequins in a small business lot, whether it's on your home lot or an away lot. And the other thing was that I was very, very right in that it is largely redundant. There are a couple of things that you can do with Get to Work that you can't do with businesses and hobbies. And there's one major thing you can do with businesses and hobbies that you can't do with Get to Work. But largely the retail systems are redundant. And once I got into the game playing, it was somewhat more disappointing than I was expecting it to be, but also yet weirdly not disappointing. And that's where I started to run into problems with getting my feelings across coherently, because it's hard to explain how these lots work differently but the same, and how it's okay but not okay at the same time. And so I'm going to try to do a video about that in the future, my thoughts on that. But yeah, I just had to share that with you if you're watching this far into this video. So this room here is the reception room. I don't know how to... Oh, did I... No, I didn't. Okay, I'm like, did I really leave countertops all the way across like that? Sims can't use the reception desk. But anyways, this is the reception room where the Sims leave their pets. I considered selling like some small toys or whatever for Sims that come in and drop their pets off at the daycare, but I didn't like the way that those shelves do not fit against the wall. I did put that veterinarian cooler there, but I don't know if it'll even be useful for anything. Mostly, I figured if nothing else, we can use it just as a place to like pretend that we're storing medications for maybe dogs that are staying overnight and need medications, or cats who need special food or something, you know. So if nothing else, it's just there as a refrigerator for the pet stuff. Pretend, you know what I mean? But yes, this is the reception desk. You will have to go in and lock the computer, so only household members and or only employees. I don't know if you can lock it for only employees. I know you can lock it for only household members, but you will have to lock it or customers will be sitting there playing with it all the time. And then because this is a limited pack build, I kind of had to make do with what I had available. So those books are meant to look like binders of files and records on the pets, because I didn't really have a lot of other options. Again, when I go to play it myself, I'll add other stuff from like Get to Work and stuff in there, so it looks like a fully functioning office, if that makes sense. But The ticket kiosk is in the corner where they actually check their pets in, and then we have all these other little, well, we have the biggest room, which is the room where the pets can hang out. They can sleep, they can get away from the hot weather or the cold weather if you have seasons, and they can also eat. Now, initially, I thought that that large room was going to be the litter box room for cats. I ended up deciding, you know what, this is a small business on a residential home lot, basically. Do we really need 2 bathrooms? No, we don't. So I ended up turning one of the bathrooms into the litter box room and making the bigger room an employee break room, I guess. This way, even if it's just Grace working here and she doesn't have any other employees, she will be able to still fulfill her needs, like food and bathrooming and all that here in this building, and not have to keep walking all the way over to her house to do that constantly. But it's great to have for, having at least one employee, which I haven't decided yet if we're gonna do for the test play, have another employee or not. I'm considering it, but it will also kind of depend on how many animals we get here, and we may have to add some animals to the worlds because there might not be enough right now. And then this is that room that I was talking about where the pets can come and hang out and relax or sleep or eat. Now, I have no idea how any of this is going to work. I just built it. We could test it later. I thought about building an entire course out here. I ended up deciding that I don't necessarily want this to be a pet training center. I more want it to be a daycare where I just watch the pets, or Grace watches the pets for other Sims, like if they go on vacation and they don't want to take their pets with, or when they're at work or whatever, and they don't want to leave their pets home alone or whatever. So that's kind of the idea of what this lot is supposed to be. Once I was done with that, obviously I came over and did Grace's house, and the reason why it looks this way is because I forgot to hit record. So I ended up just undoing everything and then hitting record, and then just hitting the redo button as it placed everything back in place so I could still have a speed build video. I'm telling you, I'm having a rough time this week. I haven't done this in ages with my builds. I swear that I hit the record button, but somehow I missed it. Anyways, let's get into the walkthrough now. Here is the front of the pet daycare center. Just a cute little shop front, I guess. It wasn't meant to be super fancy or anything like a pet hotel. This is just a business that is just starting out. So it's not meant to be super fancy or anything like that. But here's another look at that reception room and where the Sims check their pets in at. And then here's another look at the relax room for the pets to eat, sleep, and just kind of hang out. Then we have the litter box room over here. We have the employee lounge over here. And then we have a bathroom right here with basic amenities. And as you can see through that window, there is the big, massive backyard. We'll go through the doorways for that. Back through the reception room is the patio door, and there is a covered patio here for the pets to rest on if they want. And then just a massive backyard for the dogs to run and play and maybe be trained a little bit. and some tunnels for them to play in to keep them occupied. There's also some hoses on the wall there to hose down any dirty pets. But yeah, there is the actual daycare center for the pets. Now we will head around the corner to the other side of the lot, which is Grace's home. Just another last look at the front of the pet shop. As you can see here, Grace's home is around this corner, so we'll head over there. I have no particular reason why I chose pink. I just decided on pink this time. So we've got a cute little pink ranch with a nice little entryway. Again, this is base game, cats and dogs, and businesses and hobbies only. So don't expect it to be super cluttered. We've got the living room, dining room, and kitchen space here, which, considering the limited packs, actually turned out really well. Then we've got a cozy little bedroom. The back door is there, but we're gonna head into the bathroom first. We've got a nice big bathroom. Now this is meant to be a laundry room, but because I was doing it limited pack, I decided just to stick some storage stuff in there for now. Again, when I switch over to all my packs for the playthrough, I'll put laundry facilities in there. But then this is the private backyard here, a place for Grace to hang out with her friends. And yeah, that's the lot. This is what I'm going to be playing around with in tomorrow's video. If you're excited to see how a pet daycare might work in the new expansion pack, come back tomorrow for that video, and maybe a couple more videos depending on how much I can get recorded today and how well I'm feeling. As always, if you enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.